on today's show.
Breaking, cypher, and freestyle. Today we're at the Dance Battle and Hip Hop event at the Surrey Youth Showcase 2018. Let's go check it out.
This competition has been a really big part of our lives growing up as youth here in Surrey. It's really given us the power to present our art form in a constructive environment and make us feel really safe.
I live and breathe dancing. I spend most of my free time dancing. I coach different teams, and I just take a lot of initiative in my community towards dance. I think it's a really great way to bring together a community because Surrey is kind of all over the place, and we know that there's dancers all in every corner of Surrey, but kind of every event there is, every dance battle, every dance showcase, whether it be hip hop, break dance, maybe lyrical, all the dancers from like corners of the city will come together and, you know, dance.
Having battles like this is more than just a competition.
Coming here is like my little get out of like school and like stress and all that. Just so whenever I dance, you know, it just takes me out of like anything I have. So it's like I come here just to battle, have fun, and just make friends.
When you get stressed out, some people tend to take that stress and convert it into negative things, which can be really bad, especially for us teens. I can convert that negative energy into positivity by learning how to dance or write or rap or DJ, things like that, positive things, you know? So it's really important for us teens to be able to have that escape.
Among these guys, freestyle is their favorite.
I don't really have any sets or like anything I know I'm gonna do before I actually battle. I just kind of like play with the music a little bit, and then you kind of know what you're gonna do next. So I just do what I feel like.
I try to keep in my brain the certain things I'm gonna do. You know, you practice at home, you practice certain moves you're gonna do, different kind of styles you want to put in your dance, but more so it all comes down to who you are, and if you know the dance is there, it's gonna come out naturally. So I guess I'm more of a freestyler.
It's hard to describe the feeling that you get when you're out there in front of an audience.
Dance makes me feel confident. It gives me a platform to express my emotions through a way that's not violent, I guess, because that's really what breakdancing is. It was a way for youth back in the 70s to solve issues through a non-violent way.
A lot of them went from really shy kids, now they're gotten way more confident. It's just like watching them grow and like boost their confidence, their self-esteem. Like dance really did that because they're putting themselves out there. It's like really vulnerable to be out there on the floor, just to have everyone watching. You're showing your creative like work, right?
You just clear your mind and you're just dancing because it's just you and the music by yourself. You're feeling it, let it flow through your body like water.
It's like you're in a different kind of dimension, you know, like once you step out and all the eyes are on you, it's kind of like that's you're showing yourself. You better like put it all on the line.
I think this event is important because it really helps everyone like come together and unify as one. Whereas, you know, we may all have our differences and whatnot, but we're united through music, through dance, through, you know, rapping and all that good stuff.
This event is massive for teens, especially coming into high school from grade 7 to grade 8. There's a lot of bad influences out there, like kids get dragged into dark places really easily. So when you have an outlet like this to kind of fuel all your energy into, like, and be surrounded by other kids that are possibly going through the same thing and have mentors, that's when like you start to have a real positive path with your life.
I love all the energy and amazing talent. There's still less of signing up for Gen Y.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
festival for youth and family. We run for about 10 days in April, and we have all kinds of films from all over the world, including Canada. We focus on independent films, and we try to get a cross-section of everything that's going on in the film scene right now. It's our 20th anniversary, and we started out as a really small organization with 1 or 2 people, and I've been here for almost 10 years, and now we employ 4 to 5 people throughout most of the year, and then we have about 20 or so instructors, and we do satellite workshops all over the province.
As a youth juror, I look through films provided for me, and I decide which ones win the awards, which ones don't, and then I get to discuss them with other people and share my ideas about the films.
Basically, we watch a whole bunch of different films from all around the world, and then we critique them afterwards on things like animation or cinematography. And then there are also awards that we have to give winners to. So there's an award, it's Best Feature Film, and then there's Most Inspirational and Most Innovative. The film we chose was innovative in the way the filmmaker combined live action with stop motion to create a super cool way to make hamburgers.
As youth, we are, I think, the generation that is most immersed into technology and films and the arts, and we go to see movies, that sort of thing. And so we have various perspectives that are, I guess, very important to the competition and to the jury.
Cinema and film are the strongest medium on the planet. We know this because advertisers use it. They use it in social media. We notice with Instagram, Snapchat, more and more they're making short-form videos because they catch people's attention. And we're just inundated with this information online all the time. And so for young people to understand the language of cinema and understand the language that's being spoken in these advertisements, it's helpful for them to be critical of the things that they're consuming online and on any screen, basically.
I think it's important for youth to be involved in a program like this because we are the generation that's most immersed into pop culture, and I think our ideas and how we look at the world will heavily influence the world later on.
Ignorance is bliss, but like most things, it doesn't last.
Why do you think it's important to have youth jurors like yourself?
Because often adults and kids think of things completely different. It's good to have both perspectives on either the movie or the short film, and it's just a really good experience to exercise your critical mind as well.
I've really liked it. It's really refreshing to see like different ideas, how people perceive the world, and different types of film too, like different styles that other people might have that I wouldn't see usually in like the theater.
This film was uniquely crafted with interesting materials I had not previously seen used in animation.
It's actually really fun because when you think about it, you're just watching a whole bunch of different movies from all around the world, and working with all the others and you get to meet new people is really fun too.
This International Film Festival, I really appreciate it. All the directors, all the co-directors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 awards to present tonight.
They're very thoughtful and they know what they're doing and very experienced in the film industry.
It's always great to see when youth have an impact in today's world, and in this case, on the big screen. From the Reel to Reel Film Festival at Van City Theatre, this is Ben signing out for Gen Y.
After the break, Gen Y will be right back.
We are kids. Wish kids.
10,000 kids.
We are brave.
We are strong.
We are fighters.
Some days are good, some days are bad.
Some of us make it.
Some of us don't.
My wish will make me strong.
The Children's Wish Foundation of Canada.
Does a wish make a difference?
You bet.
You bet.
Imagine the difference a wish can make.
Only 2 more needles till my wish.
Please give today.
Welcome back to Gen Y.
Have you ever volunteered or gone to a third world country? Well, today we meet Soul Girls and girls from New Heights Basketball who went to Costa Rica to make a difference.
Soul Girls is empowerment for girls ages 5 to 12, and we started in 2013 empowering girls and teaching them to love running and love themselves and train for a 5-kilometer fun run at the end.
Soul Girls joined another female empowerment group called New Heights Basketball for the amazing trip to Costa Rica.
We took 18 girls and women down to San Jose in a city called Alajuela. And we were in Alajuela for 2 days working with girls in a school there. And then we took the second part and did more like integration activities. So we spent it on the beach, in the jungle, talking about connection and doing things like yoga and hiking and just really like bringing it all together at the end.
Paige loved the experience of coaching basketball to the girls in Costa Rica.
Sports is a big part of my life, and when I learned that these girls down in Costa Rica didn't have the opportunity to play sports and a lot of them couldn't afford them, I really wanted to go there and make a difference for them. And I'm so happy we were able to bring basketballs and other sporting equipment and uniforms with us and give them to the girls, teach them how to play basketball, and just seeing their faces was an amazing thing.
This trip had many goals.
The purpose of Costa Rica was to revitalize the school and to work with a group of girls to teach them about self-confidence and to be who they are, and to also teach them about sports. We did some basketball and we played some soccer with them, and it was just kind of to get a deeper connection and to see that these people are kind of like us and we connect with them.
The connection made with the girls in Costa Rica was definitely one of the highlights.
My favorite part was probably on the first day when we pulled up in our bus and we saw the girls crowding in the courtyard, and seeing the smiles on their faces was something I'm never going to forget. They were so happy that we were there to help them and make a difference.
My favorite part was getting to meet the girls, get to know them even with the language barrier, and paint their nails, do their hair, play games with them. It was really, really fun.
In order to make this trip possible, the girls had a lot of fundraising to do.
We had to raise $3,000 through granola sales, and we did like cookies and pies at one point. Also, we had to do our own fundraising. It was a lot of work. I had to do so many bake sales, and I didn't sell that much granola, but still a lot of granola. And it was really hard, but it was definitely worth it in the end.
The trip to Costa Rica had a profound impact on the group.
It's made me really thankful for what I have here in Canada. We're so fortunate to live in such a great place, and going to a third world country like Costa Rica, it really opened my eyes to what else is around in the world and how much we can do to help them.
It just gives you a deep understanding that you never really know of what somebody's going through, and so if they're walking through the hallways kind of confused or mad or sad, typically there's a reason why. And so going has kind of taught me that just because somebody looks happy or looks a certain way doesn't mean that they have a lot of different emotions underneath. Like, we met people that were bright and happy and smiling, and we learned about all these stories of what was going on at home, and it was really sad to hear. And so it just kind of gives me a deeper understanding for the stories and the things that people go through.
It's such an amazing experience. I was one of the youngest people on the trip, and yet by the end of the trip, I didn't want to leave. It was so cool.
I think that it really just opened up their minds to, like, from what is at their school and what's in their community to like this huge world of all these things that's happening, and that they can really make a difference and do things that are so special and different, and to be of service in the world.
That was so awesome. I am totally inspired by the girls. This is Alyssa signing out for Gen Y.
It wasn't love at first sight. You crept up on me, slow and steady. But when I look back at us now,
our love is a whirlwind.
The day we first met hangs loose in my mind. But your eyes, your soft brown eyes, like pools of honey and sunlight playfully speckling through birch trees. Almost everything else about that day, I can't remember.
I can't remember a time when your gaze wasn't reserved for me, when your crystal-piercing blue eyes wouldn't zero in on mine like target practice. Before my plain old brown eyes became gold, and I became yours.
Maybe it was too easy from the start. Loving you felt familiar.
You tell me I was made for you. Signed, sealed, delivered, right at your feet.
And just like that, forever became an inevitability. Conversation saved at the back of our minds. Forever was a word that rolled off my tongue as easily as hello, or more often, I love you.
I love you. You tell me I say it to you too much. I've always thought I didn't tell you enough. It's like I'm always trying to grasp for more. More of your laughter at the jokes you claim you hate, or your quiet humming constantly at the back of your throat.
And your words. You never seem to run out. There's always something to be said, like you never have enough time or breath to squeeze in all your thoughts. But love isn't just words.
It's shouting matches and white-hot anger, but still managing to laugh about it weeks later. Love is trying and trying without shame, defeat becoming a foreign concept.
A concept, a love so perfect it defies the laws of nature. We were in a pocket universe, in a space where rules didn't apply. We didn't know any better. Ignorance is bliss, but like most things, it doesn't last. Perhaps that's how it's meant to be, for beautiful things to be fleeting and elusive.
I keep replaying our moments in my head, relishing every last detail until our memories are nothing more than strings of images I can't tell belong to me anymore. I don't remember much of the first day we met, but I'm scared.
I'm scared I'll forget that feeling in my stomach that I had when we took the picture that I still have taped to my wall.
I'm scared your blue eyes won't be my blue eyes, that blue will just be blue, and no longer remind me of you.
I'm scared someone else will hate your stupid hat or brush away your curl. But I don't want these things myself anymore, or don't want them enough anyway. I once thought that you were made for me. Signed, sealed, delivered. Maybe we both changed.
Maybe I'm being paranoid. Your fingertips trace the top of my palm, the love line you tell me. You drive me crazy, but I couldn't imagine anything better.
Better this way, it has to be. It was too easy from the start, and our love was not a familiarity, but a convenience. Somehow saying I love you turned into another phrase to attach to the end of goodbye. So goodbye, and
I love you.
I loved you.
After the break, Gen Y will be right back.
Perfect, thank you. How you doing, young lady? Come on in. You want to have a seat? And no, that's actually perfect.
Hi, Kids Help Phone.
Hi. Can I talk to someone?
Sure, you can talk with me.
Okay.
It's okay. Take your time.
I want to kill myself.
Okay, I'm really glad you called. Are you in a position to hurt yourself right now?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you talk to me about how you're feeling, and I'll just listen.
Okay.
Dear Children's Wish Foundation of Canada, thank you for sending me Rory the Lion. That means I'm going to get my wish, and that makes me really, really happy. Yesterday he was sad, but I told him it's okay, Rory, there will only 2 more needles until my wish. I will send you pictures from the top of the Rocky Mountains. Love, Emily.
Imagine the difference a wish can make. Click on childrenswish.ca and give today.
Welcome back to Gen Y.
Today we're in beautiful White Rock to learn about all the amazing opportunities that come with wearing a crown.
White Rock Youth Ambassadors is a teen mentoring program for youth at the ages 16 to 19 in the White Rock, South Surrey area. And what we do is we introduce teens to volunteering.
We learned that the girls got involved for many different reasons.
I'm just really excited to volunteer and get more involved with my community.
We're involved in a lot of parades and fairs, and I think it'd be a great way to spend our time.
And I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to learn more about our community and polish up my public speaking skills.
I think the best part about being in this program is the amazing people that you get to meet. You get to really know your city councilors, the mayor. You meet so many different people just in the community that have really made a big impact. So I think it's great that you get to develop a relationship with them.
And adding on to what Nancy said, you also get to meet other youth from different cities. So it's really fun when you get together and just it feels like you guys know each other forever, and we just have this huge family.
There is no doubt that these girls love representing where they live.
For me, it was just a way of giving back to the community, as I have lived in White Rock for about 6 years, and I felt like I didn't really know anything about it, so I wanted to find a way to know more about my city and have a way to contribute to it.
I really enjoy the events in the summer when we do Canada Day and we do the parades, because everyone is out there in the sunshine and it's a lot of fun. We all get to come together with the candidates and the current ambassadors, and we all get to spend a lot of time together before our final gala.
We do the Spirit of the Sea Festival, Remembrance Day, Christmas Day lunch at the Baptist Church, the Polar Bear Swim. We work a lot for the City of White Rock, for the Chamber, and the Chamber of White Rock, South Surrey, and for the Business Improvement Association.
Being a White Rock ambassador is great for your confidence.
I was really shy in the past. I didn't like to speak in front of a large crowd of people, but because I learned so much from this program, it's become so much easier for me, and it just seems like something that's really natural.
As someone who used to be very shy myself, I find that this program has not only boosted my confidence but made me more into a person who is more kind of broad in terms that I can go out and volunteer at any event, and is something that I really enjoy, and I found that it is something that I want to continue for the rest of my life, volunteering in this city, because it is so much fun. And as someone who used to be so absolutely terrified of public speaking, this program has really made it so much easier for me to just release myself and talk to other people.
For me, the biggest benefit to the youth ambassadors is the public speaking skills. After their 18-month term, they've probably all given upwards of a dozen impromptu speeches. Every time a youth ambassador goes out of town to represent the community, they are invited up on stage to bring greetings from their community and to invite residents from other BC communities to come and visit us. So whereas public speaking can be absolutely terrifying for some people, after you've done it a bunch of times, it doesn't really faze these candidates or ambassadors anymore.
The organizers really enjoy seeing the positive impact the program has.
You learn how to participate, how to join a group, how to be part of something. So when you go on to university and they say, oh, who wants to join this club? You join the club because it's familiar. You say, oh, I know how to organize, I can do that. You put your hand up, you volunteer, you get in charge of a committee. And on you go, because everywhere you're going to go, you're going to be involved in communities, neighborhoods, committees. And once you've been an ambassador, it's just a skill that stays with you. You know what to do, you know how to take charge, you know how to organize an event, you know how to volunteer and work with people. You know there's a start, finish, and a middle, and you just dive in because you've already done it.
The candidates were very excited about their upcoming duties.
I'm really looking forward to building new relationships with influential people in our community, and I'm really, really excited for the speech and talent night.
I'm really excited to learn more about my community and how I can give back to it, and definitely just building my confidence as well.
I'm really excited for Seafest because I always went as a kid, so getting to be involved in that is going to be really fun.
I'm looking forward to getting my confidence better and to obviously make such great friends and relationships.
I had so much fun hanging out with the Sparkleheads. What an amazing group. This is Alyssa signing out for Gen Y. Now how do we do that wave again?
Gen Y is brought to you by Options Community Services.